Hey guys, my name's Bump, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about how to play Yoru. He just got a big rework, and he's got some cool new stuff, some cool new tech, and we're going to be going over his abilities and teaching you guys how to play him. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so his first ability is his C. It is called Fakeout. And it used to be 2 footsteps. You get 2 footsteps for 100 credits each. But now you have this decoy that gets sent, and he will run in a straight line towards the direction that you aimed him, and he will go around objects if he can slide off of them. And if he is shot by the enemy team, the decoy will turn towards them and flash them. The flash lasts a really long time. If you left click, it just sends the decoy instantly. But if you have like a set play that you want to do, say you want to play like you're going to play bottom mid here, if you have a set play, you can do something like where you you right click the decoy, put it down, and then send him out mid to bait fire, see where the other team is playing. Then you can peek out and shoot them based off the decoy. As of right now, the decoy is getting pretty good impact because it's a fresh update. People aren't used to it yet, and they're shooting him a lot. But I imagine that as time goes on, it'll become pretty easy and readable to tell when somebody's a decoy. So you might see people stop shooting the decoy and stop getting flashed. So it might be less reliable. However, if you think about the mind games in that way, you can pretend to be a decoy yourself. If you say like a teammate smokes bottom mid here, and you just run out mid in a straight line with your Vandal out like this, you might be able to trick the enemy team into thinking that you're the decoy, and then when you get past them, you can turn around and shoot them in the head. So Yoru's got a lot of cool outplay, mind game type potential, but as of right now, my initial opinion is that I think his footsteps might have been better, but only time will tell. So next ability that we have is Yoru's flashbang called Blindside. And this is a flashbang where you throw it. It doesn't activate until after it hits a wall. So as you can see, I throw it. It's a little ball, and then it touches the wall. It bounces back, and it pops. There is a range limit to this. So like if I want to throw it against that wall and I chuck it, if it doesn't hit a wall before a certain time, the flash will fizzle out and it will not blind anybody. So you have to be within range in order to bounce it off a wall and flash somebody. But it's pretty simple. If you want to peek with it, you can do something. Hold on, editor, cut that out. It's pretty simple. If you want to do something where you peek around a corner with it, you can throw it at the floor and use the wall to block it before you re-peek. You can flash shot. You can use it to pop flash out smokes. It's very strong for that. Say you're stuck in a spot, you can flash off the wall behind you, have the flash pop behind you, and you can peek with it. So there's a lot of cool stuff that you can do with this flash. It's a very personal use flash. It's very similar to Phoenix's, but in my opinion, it's generally better than Phoenix's because you can still play a little bit of a supportive role with this flashbang rather than Phoenix's where you sort of have to fight off of it yourself and you have to right click it around a corner. So this flash is a lot more versatile. Last but not least, we have his ability Gatecrash. Now this used to be an ability that was on a cooldown, a timer, but now you have 2 Gatecrashes, and you can actually fake your Gatecrash. So before, you wouldn't have the option to fake, but now if you look at it and you press C, it'll fake the teleport. It will leave this little blue spot on the ground, and it will make the noise to the enemy team to indicate that you have teleported, but is actually a fake. And then, of course, you can still teleport as usual, just by pressing the E button again. The way you fake teleport is by pressing your use key, whatever you have that bound to. I personally have that bound to C, but I think for the default is F. So you would press F while looking at the teleport to cause yourself to do a fake Gatecrash. Because if I'm looking away from it and I'm pressing C, it doesn't do anything. But a normal Gatecrash, you just press the ability button again. There is a little bit of a delay on it, so this ability is not very good for taking a fight and then getting out. It's not like a Rain to Dismiss or a Jet Dash or a Chamber TP. You have to sort of use it more for mind games, and you can't really take good fights off of it, get one, and TP away when you're getting double peak. So it's really a solo fighting piece of utility. You can also use it to rotate early because the Gatecrash will go around stuff. Unless it gets stuck in a corner like that. So there's probably lots of cool lineups that you can learn in order to throw Gatecrashes that will get you from point A to point B. And you can also right-click the Gatecrash in order to just put it in place. Say you want to fight mid, you put a Gatecrash here at the start of the round. You play close mid. You could even we can do the TP play or the decoy play again, like we talked about. But you can activate your decoy, you know, flash for it, fight off of it, and then when you get one kill, you can TP out, and hopefully you're not getting double peeked at the time. Last but not least, his ultimate ability. Before the changes, the ultimate ability was something where as soon as you clicked it, you were instantly invincible. Now there is a little bit of delay. So before, people would just sit here with the mask out, and as soon as somebody peeked them, they would put the mask on and they'd be fine. But now you aren't invincible until the mask is on you. So now I'm invincible, and now I can use it. And also the fog that was on the ult, similar to like a skydog, like the nearsightedness is gone on the ult now. So you can see everything on the ult, you can see everything on the map. There's this little blue tint to it, and you can also use abilities while in the ult now. So you can pop your decoy, you can flash, you can Gatecrash while in the ult. You can throw a Gatecrash. You can even TP with it while you're still active in the ult. You can throw a TP and fake it, pop out, yada yada yada. So the ult has become a lot more versatile. It's going to allow you to really sneak up on your enemies and create situations in which you will have a very favorable advantage in gunfights. Something else to note, if you get close to somebody now while you're in the ult, they won't see you on their screen, but they can hear your footsteps up to, I think it said 15 meters. So now if you run right next to somebody, they won't be able to see you anymore, but they will be able to hear you while you're running around. So there's also some cool Yoru tech that you can do with the ult mask. Basically, if you are in your ult and you come out of it, there's a longer delay now getting your gun out and being able to shoot. But as of right now, as the patch has just come out, right now what you can do in order to get out of your ult faster is if you throw your flash and you get out of your ult at the same time, you cut down on the animation. So if I throw my flash, I can instantly be able to shoot. I instantly come out of my ult. I don't have to wait for the animation of the blue to go away. I can just instantly come out and start shooting, compared to the delay if you just pop out of your ult. And normally, you have to wait until you tear out of the ult, and then you pull your gun out. But if you use a flashbang at the exact same time, it cancels the animation. It's sort of similar to Raise Rocket, where if you pop a satchel and pop your ult at the same time, you lower the pullout time on your rocket. But yeah, that's just some cool Yoru tech, in case you wanted to know. I'm not sure if they're going to patch that or not. But, you know, until they do, go ahead and abuse it.
A cool little aggressive Yoru combo you can do is you can set down your Gatecrash. Once it reaches your desired location, you can pop a flash with it and teleport with your flash. When enemies are blinded, they lose audio, so they won't actually see you teleport or hear you teleport, so you can catch enemies off guard by this. You can do this on either side. You can do the CT or T side. You can set down your teleporter into the site on T side, and once it reaches at a point that you want it, you can just flash and teleport with it. You create a lot of space from going from here to here, so if you also have like util from your teammates coming in, it'll make it really hard for the enemies to just be purely focused on killing you. In my opinion, Bind is probably Yoru's strongest map, seeing how you can play with the TPs really easily. Your decoy, when it goes through the TP, makes a player audio queue. As you know, sending pieces of util through the TP makes different audios than players running through. So having the decoy being able to create those sounds really messes with the enemy's heads on T side. You can do some pretty cool things with setting a TP down in this corner here so it doesn't open the door at the start of the round, sending your TP through, and now the enemies have to be scared of this whole teleporter side as they're, you know, taking this map control. With that also being said, you could set down a TP right here, and then you can run through the TP, and you can sit in here if you've done this before. They're not sure if you're in here or not, but they just assume that you're not since you haven't opened the door, and you can set a Oh, you can set your decoy to come through. This decoy will cause a lot of chaos, as enemies will come here and shoot the decoy, and it'll make it really easy for you to come and swing off your flash.
A good play with his ult nowadays is like, you watch any of the good Yoru players, you know, you watch Ethos or Cody, they're literally just a Soba Joan, right? How it was before. But say you're walking into U-Haul and you see you got U-Haul, you're pinging for your teammates, you can also just throw a flash for your teammates, right? As they're coming up here. So you see a guy in U-Haul, you throw the flash for your teammates and you're still in your ults, and you can keep scouting the site, right? You can come back site, clear the smokes that are going to be down for your team. You get a lot more value out of it, right?
Playing T side as Yoru is kind of like the same on CT side. You want to manipulate how many people the enemy thinks are actually in this area. For example, you can set some decoys down at the start of the round. Right here, you have your team heavier towards A. You can run up. You can pop your decoy, come into hookah, have a TP set. Make some noise in hookah as your TP is running up long. And once your team is ready, you're back and ready to exec. Again, with the Yoru footsteps, you can use them to entry sites as kind of like a bait. You can send them in to clear util, maybe like even flash some enemies because they're not sure with so many bodies running in. Or you can use your decoys as kind of like a fake. Again, with Yoru's ultimate, being able to be that space creator entry while also supporting at the same time is really, really strong. Being able to ult up short, ping where enemies are playing, knowing that pocket's clear, maybe they're like playing in U-Haul, wrapping sight, and then being able to TP out at the same time and staying alive the whole time is super strong. Like I was saying before, you can even play support by running in, pinging where the enemy is, telling your teammates that you're going to flash, and then you can flash for them, and your teammates can swing and they get a free kill. With Brimstone being the new meta because of the Astra nerfs, there's some pretty cool Yoru ultimate / Brimstone ultimate combos that you can do at the same time. For example, if you're running up short, you come here, you can clear U-Haul. If you see an enemy playing in U-Haul, you can stand here and body block the enemy. While you're in your ultimate, people can't see you if they're next to you. However, you're still like your body is still physical, so they can't pass through you. So if you come here, tell your teammate that he's in U-Haul, you can block his entrance from running out, and you can ult U-Haul. His only other option is to come swing this way, and your teammate can be ready to come and kill him as he's swinging. You can also combo that with any map. It doesn't just have to be in bind in U-Haul. You can run up and tell your Brimstone to ultimate on top of you, and they'll just ping them. You can block them in many different spaces. A lot of doorways and paths are pretty tight and won't let enemies pass through. So you can do some cheeky little stuff with Brimstone ult.
That's basically the gist of his T side. I think like the only other thing you would really be doing is kind of faking like control, right? So for example, on round start, you want to like fake some hookah control, you could throw your decoy here. It's going to make 2 sets of footsteps. You can also like flash in. You can angle this decoy a little bit better so it actually walks in, right? Like start of the round, you can hold for a second and angle it like this, so it'll have a better angle and actually glide on the wall a bit more, right? It goes a bit faster. If he gets close, you can flash in so they know there's at least 2 here because of footsteps and the Yoru clone, right? And then you can fall off with your team or do whatever you're doing. You can have your TP set cross map to help with fast rotations. And the fast rotation thing is also like gonna tie into your CT side a lot. I don't know, the meta in ranked right now I would say is just like use a Brimstone stim and kind of just run it down in 5-mana sight. So like playing Yoru is actually really good. That's right, like start of the round he could just throw like TP here, right? And you're playing A. 5 seconds in the round, hey, there's 3B long, 2 hookah, they're rooming in, they're smoking B already. Well, you're already here, right? You come help your teammates, you can throw a flash here, you can swing with it, you won't be blind. Like the rotations on TT side are definitely like literally the best on any agent, right? The only thing is like an Omen ult. It's not even comparable. It's literally get 2 TPs for free. It's crazy. That's really important to have, especially in the meta right now with Brimstone. Until Brimstone gets nerfed. I mean, it's still going to be good regardless, but the meta right now is run it down. What a lot of Yorus will do is, you know, they used to throw their footsteps with the TP and it makes the actual TP noise. So you can do that for like the first 2 rounds of the game where you just do nothing off, you just throw your decoy in there. If you want to waste it, totally up to you. I'm just showing an example. And like the 3rd time you do it, you can actually TP and then throw them out. So it's only 1 TP noise, but they still think it's at, and now you're just stuck in the TP. Now, if your teammates make like they're spotting top tube for you and someone walks into hookah, then you can just walk up, open the door, get a kill. You can also just have your TP while you're doing that. You just have, you know, your TP backside A or something like that, right? Like up heaven or CT or anything. So you just get out instantly. Get a free kill in the round, right? Okay, guys, that's going to be it for the Yoru video. Just a couple tips we wanted to show you and the new rework as well. Definitely very strong, a lot stronger than he was before. If you guys do want to see any more guides or any more tips and tricks, anything like that, or anything at all, make sure you guys leave it down in the comments below. We'll be more than happy to do those videos for you. Make sure you guys hit the like button as well and subscribe for all the other content we're going to be pushing out on this channel. That's about it. Thank you, guys.